Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new around these parts. Today's video is something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you 4 easy and simple bullet journal ideas. So the very first option you can do is swirls. So the fun thing about these 4 options is that one, they all focus on line work. So this is obviously swirls, but the other 3 options are going to be utilizing just straight lines put into different patterns. And so I think when you think about it as just lines in different ways, that kind of breaks it down and makes it a little bit simpler as far as drawing these out. But these themes are very good for beginners. If you're new to bullet journaling, if you want some easy themes, if you maybe think that you aren't very artistic, which, I would like to argue that everyone has some artistic abilities in them. But if you think that you can't draw like that and you see these big intricate designs that people are doing, these are simple ones that, again, are just line work. And so hopefully you can do and things like that. Or if you are someone who loves to paint, loves to draw, loves their bullet journal, and is having a busier month, or you just don't want to do something so intricate that's going to take you, a couple hours, a few hours, this is really going to simplify things for you. And it still looks great in the outcome. So for swirls, as you can see, I've been working on this for, the past time that I've been rambling. I picked out my colors, and again, that's another great way you can customize these things is picking out different colors. So I did pinks and purples, and I think it goes really, really well together. For my past month, I guess not my past month, it was 2 months ago for June, I actually did this theme, and I did like pink and bright orange and bright yellow, and it was very summery. So it's very customizable in that way. But for swirls, you can sketch it out if you think that you need to do that. But really, you can also just freehand it. You can take your markers and just draw some swirls like I did. And I guarantee you it's going to come out looking great. Now, this next option is checkers. So like a checkerboard pattern. You can also turn these on its side at a diagonal, and you can do diamonds. That's another option that you can do as well. But checkers are really, really simple. You can choose multiple colors. You can do one color, you can do two. I chose this bright green and this lighter bluish green, I guess like an aquamarine color. And you can see here, I did the line work first. So I did, 2 straight lines, some across, and then I'm going in and filling in the actual squares themselves after I draw the lines. It's kind of like a stair-stepping motion. So you'll just draw over and down, over and down, over and down, and then connect them, and then you can simply fill them in. Now I chose to leave white space or the negative space between them because I really liked the look of it, but you can also fill them in completely. So where that white space is, you can fill that in with different colors as well. Really customize it, make it your own. As far as supplies go for these kinds of spread, I am simply using markers. These specifically are Crayola Supertips because there's my favorite. They're cheap, they're accessible everywhere, and there's a jillion colors. But besides that, I'm also just using a black pen. Like literally, this is just a ballpoint pen. You can use a fine liner, a Sharpie fine liner, a Tombow fine liner, like if you have those supplies ready. But if you just have a ballpoint pen laying around, go for it. This next option is plaid, which is cute all year round, but especially in fall. And I think I ended up choosing oranges, which is also very fall. So, I mean, if you're looking for a simple fall idea for the burr months, like September, October, November, December, plaid is a good way to go. You could, again, change the colors. You could do red and green and make it more holiday inspired, Christmas inspired. And there are many different ways that you can do plaid. I tested out a few ways on a separate piece of paper, and this was, again, the easiest way that I could do it. So I'm counting 2 grid spaces across, and I'm doing 1 thick line down and filling in that complete grid space, counting 2 more spaces over, doing the same thing, and then again doing the same thing horizontally instead of vertically. And then I'm going back in with a different color and doing a singular line. So I'm not using the fat side of the marker, I'm just using the skinny tip, and I'm going in between the two. Again, drawing down your grid guide, just a straight line, and then doing the same thing horizontally and vertically, and they all overlap, and it makes it look like plaid. It really is that simple. But you can do some variations. You can do 3 different variations of thickness. You could do 4. There are many different ways you can do it. You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want to. But moving on to our 4th and final option, this is the basket weave. This one I thought long and hard about. I was like, what can I do that's, again, focusing on line work? Because once I got it in my head that I wanted it to be about lines, I was like, I need to come up with 4 different themes. And so this one kind of stumped me a little bit, but then I was like, the basket weave. It's so simple, it's so easy. I chose 3 different colors here, all in the same color scheme. By the way, I did not mean to make this neon, but it just kind of turned into having like bright neon colors, and I'm okay with it. I really liked the way it turned out, but that was not the intention when I did this. I just chose really bright colors. I guess I was feeling really happy that day or something. But you can see exactly what I'm doing here. It really is pretty self-explanatory. I did 4 lines, so think about everything as 4 lines. So 4 spaces across and 4 grid spaces down. That's the total space that you want to occupy. Now, don't look at the second line. I messed that one up, but mistakes happen. Again, mistakes happen when you're first starting out in bullet journaling, or if you've been doing it for years like me. They happen, but we just roll with them. But you can see I drew 4 lines vertically, and then below it we did 4 lines horizontally, and then repeat the process for each column in each different color. And you can see here that it looks like a nice little basket weave. But that is it. That is 4 simple and easy ideas for your bullet journal. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.